Someone removed the LGBT flag from the Spider-Man game, and people on Twitter are so outraged that the only word I can use to describe them is hysterical. They're absolutely livid, furious about it, foaming at the mouth. I wish they could channel their anger towards more productive things. Like, for example, being upset that the standard of living is going down. Being upset about the gas prices. Like, maybe if they were upset about things like that, we would all be living a much better life right now. But no, unfortunately, the problem today is that a flag has been removed from a video game. And of course, they conclude that this is homophobia, because why else would he do it? Right? Like, going after an ideological concept, which is a flag, is homophobia. Maybe he did it because it's funny. You think about it, maybe it's a troll. Like, maybe he's just trollololling. And you may wonder, it's like, what is the fun thing? It's like, the fun thing is how you're reacting. That's the funny thing. When I grew up in a very Christian environment. People worship Jesus. And people also overreacted about Dungeons and Dragons. They overreacted about Pokemon. They said that if you play the Pokemon intro song in reverse, it says worship Satan. And those people needed a good dose of mockery. Those mortal busybodies, they needed to be mocked. And because of that, you had certain people, goths, people listening to heavy metal, and other fringe minorities that were pretending to worship Satan. Now, they weren't actually worshipping Satan, but just the fact that they were going through graveyards and dressed in black, it was making the mortal busybodies unhinged. And that was the funny part. Right? Like, you're not hurting anyone if you're dressing in black and you're walking in a graveyard. But seeing how people spurg out because of it, like seeing how people are foaming at the mouth because of it, it's like, oh my god, our community is in danger. That's the joke. That's the funny part. And right now, this is the funny part, especially when you realize that the way the mother did it, and this is the punchline, by the way, he used the assets from the company for their Middle Eastern version of the game. That's right. You know, like the Middle East, they pay their homophobia tax. So it's fine if the company doesn't include the LGBT flag there. No one is freaking out about that. Like, that is perfectly fine. You know, that's part of the plan, as the Joker likes to say. That is part of the plan. But having a mod which removes the flag, oh my god. Oh, what is America coming to? You know, the same people that argue, oh, maybe we shouldn't punish victimless crimes. Like, we shouldn't punish people for victimless crimes. Are the same people that are like, oh my god, the victimless crime. We need to find who this person is, and we need to give him a firm talking to after getting him fired and ostracized from society. So Nexus Mods were the ones that banned them. It's not the actual company. And I want to point out that this is the reality, okay? Like, everything the video game journalists were talking about making games more inclusive and how, you know, there is a demand for more diverse, everything was horseshit. Why? Because if there's a demand for something, there would be mods. Like, if the player base legitimately wants something, they would mod it. If there's no mods of it, there's no demand for it. So two of the biggest online PC game mods have removed the project that cut the game pride flags from the recently released PC ports of Marvel Spider-Man Remastered. And by the way, I also hide the fact that you get a Spider-Man Remastered. Like, Remastered used to be when the game was at least 10 years old. But now I get it. You know, it's Spider-Man. They're porting it from the PlayStation to the PC. I still hate that it's a remaster. It should be just Spider-Man, the PC port. Anyway, this is neither here nor there. It's just my beef with it. Nexus Mods explained in a blog post that the mod was uploaded to the site by a brand new account with no modding history, which the site's administrators suspect is a secondary account for one of the site's users. A sock puppet account. Oh no. Oh, not a sock puppet account. Oh my god. Oh, who uses that on social media? You know, like, all of your accounts should be tied to your personal identification and serial number. It was very clearly done to be a troll mod. Like, what's the problem with that? Why are people so troll-phobic? Why do they hate trolls so much? Like, why can't we have some humor? And yeah, it's literally a troll mod. Right? And you are ashamed. Like, admit it. You are ashamed that people on your side of the political fence are spurging out about it. Like the way they are reacting to this little tiny innocent mod, you are ashamed. And you want to cover that shame by removing the mod. Because you know that those people are unhinged. Like, they are a cauldron of hate right now. Like, if they got their hand on this guy, oof. And here it is. Like, the fact that the user needed to make a sock puppet account like a coward. Like a coward. Yeah. You mean stunning and brave. That's what you mean. Like, if they manage to find out who this guy is, they're going to get him fired. They're going to ruin his life. Do you think that is adequate punishment for what he did? Do you think it justifies to have his livelihood ruined? And I'm willing to bet, if you are to ask a progressive, like, for how many years should his life be ruined? What about his family? You know, like, if he gets fired and he can't provide for his family, like, what about that? Or what if it's a woman? Because, right, it's a sock puppet account. Why do we assume it's a man? Could even be a gay person that does it for the lulz. You know, there's a lot of gay people that don't like it because you're destroying their immersion whenever they're getting into video games, and like, their immersion is broken with real life politics and shit. And it's not like it's real life politics that you're allowed to disagree with. That's the other thing, you know? Because, like, apparently you're not allowed to disagree with, because the moment you do, then they're going to try to ruin your life. That's the problem, right? It's not the politics, but it's the fact that the company gets to lecture you about the correct politics. And there's no two sides of the same issue anymore. No, it's like just the correct side and misinformation. The correct side and bigotry. And we have a pill for bigots, don't we? Had they not been a coward and had they used their main account instead, we would have simply removed the mod and told them that we do not want to host it, only banning them if they re-upload it again after being fairly warned. The creation of the sock puppet removed any doubt. Yeah. You know, like, you're a bunch of cowards, that's what you are. You know, like, if it was an opposite mod, like, let's assume it was a mod that added the LGBT flag in a game, you wouldn't give a shit. Like, let's stop pretending that, oh, well, it's about, like, removing trolls. If it was, like, replacing Geralt from The Witcher with a black guy, just to troll, right? Like, no one wants that, but, like, you're doing it to troll just to see how right-wingers react on Twitter. No one would have cared. But for some reason, like, now people are caring. It is so freaking ridiculous. Like, it is so freaking ridiculous. And again, like, the joke is Nexus mods. Like, you're the joke. The administrators, the developer, you're the joke on this. Your reaction, and you're reacting exactly the same. Like the moral busybodies that I grew up with from the Christians. You know, like, you're reacting exactly the same. Oh my God, you're listening to heavy metal. That's the devil's music. You worship Satan. Oh, no. It's the same thing. Like, but instead of worshiping Satan, it's like, oh my God, you're homophobic. You're removing the flag. You're removing the rainbow flag from a video game. Who the fuck cares? Who's the victim? Name me the victim. Who suffered due to this? Give me a name. A name. I want a single name. Just one. Come on. So many people suffered. Surely you can remember more. Oh, you can't. I see. Let me know what you guys think, though. Am I right? I mean, is this legitimately a reason to be upset? Is it legitimately a reason to flood my inbox with these articles? Because, like, it's all over the place. Every single gaming article is writing about it. Like, literally every single... Oh, my God, you know what happened? Oh, I'll see you guys in the comment section. Take care.